without a parent. I'm like, she turning 20 or she turning 5? I'm like, we need somebody to watch us. She was like, y'all are too young. What up, YouTube? It's your girl dejámaxine, back with another video. The wait is finally over for those of you who have been dying to see a part 2 to my part 1. Boom, baby, we here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Strict Parent Chronicles, I think that's what I called it, part 2 is being made right now. We here. Whoa, okay. But yeah, everybody, if you haven't seen the first one, go ahead and hit the I right there. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Like it. Get your comments together. Go ahead and tell me if you can relate to me without me even saying anything, because I know y'all can. I know some of y'all got strict parents out here. But yeah, we just about to get right into it. Okay, so this first story about my strict parents is going to be the tale of the polished toast. Okay, so you know how like most kids, or at least that I've seen like children ages 2 and up with polished toes, right? Let me tell y'all something. My dad is old. Like, he was born 1964. This man is 56, about to turn 57 next year. That man is so fucking strict. Let me tell y'all, this man was not playing when it came to the polish. I remember one time I was like 5 playing in my mama red nail polish, right? And I think I got it on my toes, right? My dad seen it. He was like, Denise, what is this? She was like, you know, she got him nail polish. She was like, get it off now. Don't be playing with no nail polish. You're too young for that. I'm over here looking at him like, well, I really didn't understand what polish was, I guess. I'm like over here looking like, polish? He's like, take it off. I'm like, okay, right? So I'm getting older, right? You know, I'm like, okay, can I get my toes done? No. Dad, can I get my toes done? No. It kept going on to about like around middle school, so 5th grade into middle school. I think around 5th, 6th grade, I was finally able to get my toes done, right? But I could only get my toes painted clear. It's clear polish. Who's gonna see it? Because I can't see that, right? So then I was like, can I start getting color? No. I'm like, it's just polish. Like, what's the big deal, right? So finally around like 7th, 8th grade is when he finally said, I don't care. So, you know, I started getting my little cute colors and stuff like that on my toes. And then I was like, you know, can I start getting my hands done? No. I'm like, and you know, in the first video, I told y'all I got my first nails in 8th grade, which was press-ons. And I told y'all he seen it, he flipped, da-da-da-da-da. So the first time I got acrylics done, like on my hands, was July 2017. Yeah, or 2018, sorry. And I was like, Dad, can I get acrylic? And he was like, yeah. And then I had it, and he was like, why do you have on fake nails? I'm like, you said I could get acrylics. He was like, I didn't know that's what that meant. I'm like, what are you talking about, right? But that was the first time I ever got my nails done. And a fun fact, I've had my nails done less than 10 times in my whole life since that point. When I first got my nails done for the first time, I was 16. I'm 19 now. Been 19 for like almost 4 months. And yeah, crazy. On to the next. Okay, so the next Strict Parent Chronicle story is going to be the tale of the iPod, right? So in 6th grade, my parents bought me an iPod Touch, right? Their rule was do not take it to school. I think basically, you know, they didn't want nobody to steal it, but it was like, don't take it to school. And the phone I had in 6th grade was a phone I was not very proud of. I should really pull it out for y'all. Let me show y'all real quick. Okay, so I couldn't find the phone, but basically it was this like small phone, like this big, literally. It was a touch screen, but it slid, and I texted like this, right? And so I was embarrassed. I didn't want nobody to see that, because at the time, I think 6th grade was like 2013. People had iPhone 4s and stuff like that. I was like, I don't want nobody to see this. So what I used to do was I used to sneak my iPod to school. So basically, I would have, in the winter time is when I did it, I would have these boots, right? And like, sorry, I'm trying to show y'all my legs, and ignore my feet. And I would slide the iPod in my boot and then go to school like that way they couldn't see it. When I come home, I just stick my leg up under my bed and slide the iPod in there, da. So I used to do this, and so I don't know how my dad like guessed it, but he was like, let me see your iPod. And I was like, okay. iPod is still in the boot. So I had to put my leg up under the bed and try to slide the iPod out, right? So I give him the iPod. Keep in mind, I had like the socials. Like, I was scared I wasn't allowed to have a Kick, so I didn't ask for one. I had an Instagram, I had a Facebook, but the way that I did it was I put a whole bunch of apps on one thing, then spaced it, then put those apps on another one, so nobody would think to swipe all the way over there. And he went to my Google, I don't know why, and then he saw I had a Facebook, and he made me log in on a computer. And like, I couldn't put my name as the Facebook name because my parents were gonna find me, so I put like a fake name, and I got in trouble. I ain't even gonna tell y'all that story because I also got in trouble on the computer for something else, but no, yeah, but that's how I got in trouble. Now that I think about it, I don't know if he figured I took it to school. I really think he did, because like, why are you asking for my iPod? But yeah, I got caught with a Facebook too, and he took my iPod. Lame. And after that, like, I was still scared to like let them know I had the social. So like in 10th grade and stuff, keep in mind I'm 15, 16, or no, I'm 14, 15, because I didn't turn 16 till 11th grade. My parents would be like, you got a Snapchat? No. You got Instagram? No. And then I remember my mom, she was like, let me see. And I tried to delete the app, and she was like, why are you lying? And then she gonna bring it up in front of my dad. He didn't even say nothing for real, but I'm just like, you fucking op, like, who told you to do that? But yeah, next. Okay, so if y'all haven't realized, I'm going like from young to old. So the first one was like lower middle school, the second one was middle school, this is high school. So what happened on prom? Okay, so basically my friends, they were saying the goal for prom night was, of course, we're all gonna go to prom, we're gonna be pretty. When prom is over, or before, whenever, we're gonna go out to eat, and then we were gonna go stay at this hotel. Excuse me. We was gonna stay at this hotel that was right across from Fox Theater where we had our prom at. And it was gonna be me, my friend, and her aunt was getting a room for us, right? And at first, I initially was under the impression that her aunt was gonna be in the room with us, but I guess her mom was actually on the floor above us, right? But I told my parents, and it was like, hell nah, you can't do that, I'm like, bro, why? Like, what are we gonna do? And they were like, you know, really bugging me about it. And I'm like, okay, bro, like, y'all always running something. So then they say, you know what, Sadeja, you can go because we're gonna stay in the same hotel. I'm like, so y'all are about to sit here and spend $100 to $300 just so y'all can be in the same hotel as us. Her, my dad, and my brother. I'm like, that's y'all money. You do whatever y'all want with y'all money. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be in the room with y'all, right? I'm going to still be with my friends. It's just y'all doing that. That's what I thought, right? Baby. So we get back in the hotel room. I'm like, okay, I'm about to go out to eat. They like, what, you see what time it is? I'm like, okay. My mom kept texting me, when are y'all coming back? When are y'all coming back? We didn't come back till like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, bruh, like, leave me alone. Like, what are y'all doing? So I went in the room with them and she was like, where you at? I'm like, I'm in the room with them. She was like, you can't spend the night down there because her aunt is not in the room with y'all. She on the floor above and I thought she was in the same room. You can't spend the night with them. I'm like, we were on the 16th, 17th floor. Y'all on the 20th. What's the problem? Y'all know where the room is. I'm like, what was the point? We could have went home. I'm like, are you serious? They was like, you need to get up here now. And she was like, what is wrong with you? And I'm looking at her like, what did I do wrong? Like, is something not clicking in my head? Like, what's the problem? So I literally had to sleep in the room with them. I went to sleep mad too, but I didn't even go to sleep till like 3 o'clock because I was on the phone with my old best friend at the time. I'm like, this is so lame. And then the next morning, my dad and brother had already left. And my mom was like, oh, you know, I never really asked your dad. I just assumed he was going to say no. So I just told you to, you know, come back up here. I'm like, that's your problem. Like, what the hell? So literally, my friends and them, they had got up early and stuff. And they had went to the pool. And they was like, oh, so they just were coming by to say bye to you, da-da-da, because we going back home. And I'm just like, I can never have any fun. Like, I was so fucking blown, bro. I'm sorry if y'all hear that. My air conditioner is weird. But I was just so blown. I'm like, really? Like, y'all stayed in the same hotel, but still made me sleep in the bed with y'all. Like, where's the disconnect at? Like, at some point, you give a bitch some fucking freedom. Damn. Anyways, on to the most recent sad story. Okay. So the final story just happened in November, right? So my college roomie, Miss Tia, right? Her birthday's on the same day as my brother, which is November 4th, and she was turning 20, right? And so her plans for her 20th was to, you know, stay either at a B&B or somebody's house, right? For her birthday, you know, we go out to eat and then we go back to the house, chill, do whatever, sleep, go home, bada boom, bada bing, right? So I asked my parents, even though I ain't gonna lie to you if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I love you, I did ask though. I ain't really want to ask though. I wanted to spend the night with her, but it's like, I'm already knowing how this gonna go. And I was right, I know my parents, I know every time. Basically, I asked, I was like, hey, da-da-da-da-da, this is what I've been told, you know, if you want to speak with her mom, you can, but this is just what I know, right, based off right now. They was like, okay, is her parents gonna be there? I'm like, no. My mom was like, Deja, you can't stay in no B&B or at nobody's house without a parent. I'm like, she turning 20 or she turning 5? I'm like, we need somebody to watch her. She was like, y'all are too young. I'm like, we're too young? I'm like, were we not staying in a college dorm just in March without any parents? Like, we had adult RAs, but the RAs were our age. Like, was we not just without parents? Like, what? She was like, y'all are too young. Let me do my hand on my hip. Y'all are too young. Y'all can't be without a parent to watch y'all. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, dang, like, what can I do? Can I breathe on my own, or do I need a parent for that too? I'm just sitting here like, this is really what I'm hearing. And like, I'm just like, so what are y'all gonna do next year when I turn 20? Or when I turn 21? Because one of them birthdays, I'm going out the state. Like, and I really think for my 20th shoe on trip too, because like, before, like when Corona started hitting really hard around spring break time, I remember my cousin who was 20 already, turned 21 this year. He wanted to go to Miami and my aunt told him no, and my mom was like, good, y'all too young to be going out the state and stuff by yourself. I'm like, I know people that was going to Panama City Beach since age 16 with no parents. What are you talking about? I'm like, bro, this is really my life. Like, I seen a tweet where it's like, we're at that weird age, 18 to 25, where our peers is having kids, getting married, we still got people that's our age that can't go out the house, and that's me. Like, I can't do anything without jumping through this loop, that loop, without paying somebody, without cleaning the whole house, roof to the damn cement foundation. Like, it's crazy. Like, and I'm just like, okay, what age is this gonna end at? Like 21, when I can move out? 30, 50? Like, I just be like, am I ever gonna catch a break? Like, but yeah, y'all, that's all that I have for you all right now. If you want a part 3, definitely let me know by liking, commenting. Tell me if you empathize with me, if you just feel sorry for me, if you feel like, girl, you too old for that. Let me know down below. Give me a little subscribe. Share with your friends. And yeah, next video that I am posting is next week. I told y'all I'm about to get my retwist. It's been about almost 2 months now. I know y'all can tell, like, look at this. But yeah, so I'll see y'all next week. But dejámaxine signing out.